तिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So, Hare Krishna devotees. Moving on to the next shloka. So, it is 17th chapter, 26th and 27th shloka. So, these two verses combined together form one shloka. So, let us start. सद्भावे साधुभावे च सत्येति एतत् प्रयुज्यते प्रशस्ते कर्मणि तथा सच्चब्धा पार्थ युज्यते यज्ञे तपसि दाने च स्थिते सत् इति चोच्यते कर्म चैव तदर्थीयं सत्येत्येवाभिधीयते. So look at your screens, or if you have the book. So translation: the absolute truth is the objective of devotional service, and it is indicated by the word Sat. The performer of such sacrifice is also called Sat, as are all works of sacrifice, penance, and charity, which, true to the absolute nature, are performed to please the Supreme Person, O son of Pritha. Okay, Jai Srila Prabhupada. So here in the translation, Krishna is talking about the absolute truth. Who is the absolute truth? And the objective, the goal of the devotional service. So here there are two words, sadbhave, sadhubhave. And the word sat is specified here, stressed upon. Sat means eternal. Okay. Sat Chit Ananda. So every living entity is Sat, Chit, and Ananda. So Sat is eternal. So Krishna is talking about one eternal being who is independent, and the other Sat is who is dependent on the eternal truth. So that is Krishna. So here he is talking about sacrifices, penances, charity. So he's mentioning all these things: yagna, tapasa, dana. So he says that these are the ultimate work of a sat, or the person who has realized, and what is his true nature. So his goal would be basically to reach the Supreme Lord. So that, and whatever he performs is for pleasing the Supreme Lord. So that is what he's mentioning. So when you have time, you can go through this shloka and understand, because I will tell you a particular pastime, a particular story which connects to this shloka, okay, for particular personality. So after you can go through the purport, the translation and the purport, you can understand why I'm connecting this to this particular pastime. Because there are various pastimes I can also tell, but specifically this, because I thought it is adaptable and easily we can understand. Okay, so this personality is called Vibhishan, and he is from Ramayana, as all we know. So we all have heard about Ramayana. So I'll just give a small description of an incident as a pastime, so you can connect to yourself related to this shloka. So we all know that when Hanuman went to Lanka as a messenger of Lord Rama, he was set, on his tail, the fire. So what Hanuman did is he burnt entire Lanka, Suvarna Lanka, the golden Lanka, and everything got destroyed. So one third of Lanka's army, Ravana's army, got destroyed. So There was everywhere destruction, because all the houses, all the shops which are there, there's so many things, the stocks, everything got burned, and Ravana was very furious. So here Vibhishan was the person. I'll tell you why. Okay, why I'll get into this story. So we all know this pastime, and there was one person, Vibhishan's house, which was not burnt. Amongst all these, there's so many things happening, and Ravana, once he came out after the destruction and was going through the city, he saw that this particular house of Vibhishan was not destroyed. So when he entered, so it is quite amazing that he was astonished to see that Vibhishan was sitting and chanting Japamala, Rama, 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 he was chanting. So he got furious that I see that my entire city is destroyed by the messenger of Rama, and you're sitting here and chanting his name. So Vibhishan says that no, 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 don't mistake me. I'm chanting actually your name. So he says I'm chanting your name. Do not get do not have that misunderstanding. So how is that you're chanting Rama and you're telling you're not chanting my name? So he asked Ravana. So he says, no, no, I'm chanting your name and your wife, Mother Mandodara's name. So Ravana, Mandodara, it will be too difficult for me. So I just took the first two letters of it. So Ra and Ma. So Rama. So that is how I'm chanting, he said. So that's how he kind of escaped, because internally he was a devotee of Rama, and he nobody knew what he was doing in his house. So that is kind of a devotional service he was following. He was always praying to the Lord, though being born in a Rakshasa family, demon's family. So he was a devout follower of Lord Rama. So that is one incident. Okay, so in the assembly, after this destruction, in the assembly, they had discussion about what has to be done, what went wrong. So Vibhishana was always on the opposite side with whatever which was spoken from the beginning itself. So everybody would look down upon him all the time. So this time, what happened is he gave the suggestion that please release Sita, and we shouldn't have done like this. A messenger coming, and that's not adequate to treat a messenger like this. So there was a conversation like this, and in the assembly, everyone did not support his stance. So Ravana got furious, and he kicked with his left leg on the chest of Vibhishana and told him to get out of the kingdom. So I'll not get too much into the detail of this. So because of lack of the time. So here you see Vibhishana is being kicked out from Ravana's kingdom. He's a loser. He's losing everything. He's losing his relatives. He's losing his brother. He's losing his stay in the kingdom, because he's also king's brother. So he also has his palaces, wife, everything. He's been sent out from Lanka. So from there they come to the the place where Lord Rama and his army, monkey army, are preparing. They're finding and waiting for when to attack. So when he reaches Rama, there's Sugriva, the other monkey army. They're all saying that swiftly. It is said that within no time, the Rakshasas, there were four Rakshasas along with Vibhishana. They took him immediately to Rama's place, because he was told to leave the palace. The kingdom itself, the country itself, Lanka itself. So when he came there, so they saw him, and he, with folded hands, he said, "I am brother of Ravana. My name is Vibhishana. I want to meet Lord Rama, and I want to surrender." This is what he said. But Sugriva did not agree to that. He says, "We cannot trust a Rakshasa." So then Vibhishana said, see, my mind is chanchala. Okay, it is flickering. So now I have this bhakti in Rama. It may change anytime. So please allow me to meet him. So do not hesitate to this. So they agreed. Sugriva and others agreed, and this was kind of a reason he gave. So they agreed, and they went to Rama, and they said that there is a Rakshasa who has come. He's a brother of Ravana. They did not introduce him as Vibhishana. They said there is a brother of Ravana, Rakshasa Gana. He has come. The another Rakshasa, Vibhishana has come. This is how they introduced. They did not say that okay, he wants this, that, and all. He's a devotee of you. All that did not say. So they said this is what he's selling, and he's. I think we are suspicious. He wants to do something here, and he wants to surrender to you. That is what he's mentioning. So please, give us command. We will send him away, or we'll kill him right now. So we don't want anything happening here. But Rama, so the Lord knows who, because he's seated in everyone's heart. He knows what is happening. So he said, no, no. So he has come here to see me. So please get him. Okay. So everyone were there, all the Vanaras, and Vibhishan was standing there. And once they got him to Rama, immediately he said, I want to surrender to you. I have been thrown away from the kingdom. I have left everything for your sake. I don't want anything in my life, Rama, only you. So I'm your follower, and I'm devoted to you. So basically I'm a devotee, so please accept me. So Lord Rama immediately hugged him, and he when he saw Lord Rama, first of all he paid his complete dandavats. Then he picked him up and he hugged him. So everyone were shocked at this kind of gesture by Lord Rama, because he's hugging enemy. So in this there's a question that Lord Rama asked, that what is all your opinion? Should I accept him or not? So the question was, should I accept him or not? That's all. But everyone started in a negative way. Okay, telling this, that, everything. So Lord Rama said that the person who tells that, or he wishes that he wants to surrender to me, I will immediately accept him. So this is the quality of Lord Rama, that the moment you say that, okay, I want to surrender to him, or I wish to do something to him, so he immediately accepts. So because a person who is so much kind hearted, there's no one apart from the Lord Himself. We sometimes showcase this, and sometimes we do not showcase this, but Lord Rama can do it. So this is what we see the changes in Vibhishan's life. That's when he becomes, Lord Rama's devotee. So this is the meeting which happens, because we lack of time. If we have like half an hour or 1 hour, in through detail we can go through this entire episode of how Vibhishan, from where it started, and how he exits, and how he comes and meets Lord Rama. Interesting thing in this is, when the four Rakshasas came with Vibhishan, there was Vibhishan and four Rakshasas. Vibhishan, of course, he was folding his, as in joining his palm like this. And there were two Rakshasas who were also joining the palm, and the other two Rakshasas were folding their legs, like how we sit on floor. Okay, so they were like that, they were sitting there. So in the Shastras also it is mentioned that the person who folds, or who joins his palm like this, and who folds his legs, okay, in front of the Lord, that means he is surrendering. This is the indication of humbleness, humility. Okay, even the crossing of legs and sitting, like in a Padmasan position, it is the indication of the surrender, the mood. Okay, you accept that you're lower than the other personality. There's someone greater personality in front of you. So in front of the Lord, you're doing like this, he will definitely accept. In our Indian custom, we always do everything. We do namaskar. Even in the temples, we do, before, join our palms like this, and we tell Hare Krishna. Why? Because we want to become humble. If you want to become humble, is just not by words, even by your actions also. Of course, the more you practice like this, the more you will understand. It's a Western culture which we have followed, that we shake our hands, and then we, try to understand the person. But that is kind of a challenging mood which, everybody has. When you shake your hand, you're looking at the person as a equal. Okay, so that is the understanding of Western culture, that everyone is equal. But in the Vedic culture, if you want to be humble, is that we want to surrender. Okay, the moment you surrender to anybody, or you accept that you're nothing. Okay, I'm just a mere follower of the Lord, just a devotee of the Lord. So that is what indicates here. Okay, so how our the activities we do in our life should be connected to the Lord, because we are also eternal, he is also eternal. So if one can understand that, oh, this personality which is within the body, the eternal being, okay, the soul, and he has to do everything to that eternal being. Okay, so we are always dependent. We are always thinking that I am doing on my own and everything is equal to me. This is the mentality, or this is the ego which carries everybody. So the moment you understand that I am, someone subordinate to their superior personality, so that is when you'll start being humble. Until then you'll not do anything. So if you have to be humble, you have to do certain things. So the sacrifice, the penances, and the charity, here it is mentioned. So all these things are related to us only. It's not related to only Arjuna. Okay, so he told Arjuna, but it is also connected to us also. So from this pastime, you should understand that how the devotee of the Lord can also be born in a Rakshasa family, and how he can surrender, because he is always in the mood of surrendering, and he is always in the thinking of the Lord. So that connection should be there. It doesn't matter the place or time or circumstance. The moment you remember the Lord, it is there. He's there. He's present in front of you. So we are always ready to serve. Now, in terms of Kali Yuga, okay, in terms of today's generations, Prabhupada has given us very simple, austerity, or he has given us what has to be done. Okay, and this is sufficient for us to go back to Godhead, or go to the Lord. Okay, after we leave this body. So, can anyone tell me? I'll ask this question. What are the things Prabhupada recommended? So please listen to this question. What are the things Prabhupada recommended for us to follow to reach the Supreme Lord? Can anyone answer?
Four regulative principles,
Okay.
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
Chant six
and
of Hare Krishna mantra, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna mantra,
Okay.
and satsang.
Okay. Okay. So yes, everyone is absolutely right. So there are these things which Prabhupada recommended. Okay, so whatever recommended in the Bhagavad Gita, the austerity, Arjuna itself rejected, because he's been told to go to forest, in between the nose, sit and meditation. All these things that the yoga systems has been told, but we cannot do it. So Prabhupada gave us very simple thing: chant 16 rounds. It takes about 2 hours. Some people do it in 3 hours. Okay, and there's four regulative principles which we have to follow, and there's a diet formula also, that you have to fast on certain things. The fasting on Ekadashis itself is a great penance for so many people, because sustaining only on fruits and little milk. So that is a austerity. That is the penance we are doing. So this kind of easiest method, where we can chant anywhere and anytime, because in the Sikshashtakam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says the holy name is so pure that you don't have to wait for a time. You can start anytime. So we are kind of a devotees like Vibhishana in the Lanka incident. Why I told this is because Vibhishana, uh, see, when there are two things, okay? One is Hanuman and one is Vibhishana. Okay? When Vibhishana first saw Hanuman and Ravana asked, who are you? So he says, I am Ramadhuta. I am the messenger of Lord Rama. I have come here to talk about peace. Okay? I have come here to ask Sita, and there shall be no war. Okay? This is the message he passed. Now here Vibhishana was ashamed of himself because he is also a devotee. But Lord Rama's devotee, one more is a Hanuman. Okay, so he is thinking that okay, I am someone who is keeping to myself. I am not expressing because I have that fear that I cannot face anybody, any kind of situation. Vibhishana is thinking like that. But there is a person, Hanuman, who is boldly telling that I am a devotee of the Lord and he can do anything. Okay, so we are such kind of devotees. We sometimes embarrassed. We kind of ashamed to chant, or we are embarrassed to wear a tilak, go in the public. Sometimes we don't want to hold a chanting bag in the public or in the house itself, and we are kind of embarrassed to tell people that I am a devotee. I am following. I'm such and such thing. I'm chanting Hare Krishna. We are kind of fearing something. So that kind of I'm not telling everyone, initially it happens to us. So we are feared or we are scared of something when when we are not advancing. So we have to come out of that we have to come out of that zone, and we have to understand I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. Am I going and killing someone, or I'm doing something which is sinful? No, I'm chanting the Lord's name. I'm wearing his, the holy mark, or I'm, reading Bhagavad Gita. So why do it, somewhat in a fearing manner? So a lot of devotees do this. They're kind of scared to tell these things because we are always thinking that what others will think. We always think like that. What others will feel, what others will think. So that is where it comes right and wrong, because we are always into pleasing someone else. So that's when we get pleased. We are not thinking that I have to please the Supreme Lord because he has given, the acharyas have told this is the system. I'm not thinking that way. So we have to come out of that. Okay, so I'll end my class here. It is already too much of time. So hope this is a very useful lesson. So as I said, please sit and read this particular shloka translation and the purport, and try to connect this story about the two beautiful characters, Hanuman and Vibhishana, and how his devotional life began. Any questions or comments? How we can end the class here? Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Sri Hari Prabhu, for this opportunity.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare